everyone, sorry it took us so long, but we didn't want to watch the show.
Still don't. It's all good.
First of all, to say are you centered in the shot or am I? My hair is very sister wifey. Let's consider it thematic and go with it. Blast from the Past, season 1, episode 6, Seeking Sister Wife. So, sorry it took us so long. We've been moving cattle and taking the baby to the doctor and all sorts of stuff. He's fine. It was just one of those checkups. And like I said, we just weren't really that into seeing it. The Aldridges, they're healing.
Before we get a commenter that says fluoride is poison.
What do you want?
Taking our baby to the doctor. I'm sure somebody's going to believe that's the worst thing in the world.
I don't know. We have pretty smart commentators. I don't think anyone's going to be like against doctors.
That's true.
I hope not. Anyway, so the Snowdens, what terrible people they are. Anyway, Ashley's sister was like, maybe this isn't working, and she's like,
I'm just
don't
so
think
mesmerized by you right now.
Anyway, so then the sister's like, well, why don't you talk to your friends? And I'm like, how awful are they at finding a sister wife if it never occurred to them? So I'm like, I in general I am not a person who goes.
Kind of seems like the whole damn show is scripted.
Yeah. I'm not that person. I'm not the person who goes to, oh, it's scripted. But this just feels, I don't think scripted like, here's your script, because if so, it would be better.
I kind of do. They're just awful actors.
No. Well, I think that I think it's more like.
There's no contest. There's no law against it.
No, I don't think there is, because it's not a contest. There is, just so you know, reality TV contests, there are actual federal laws about how they're run. So,
go figure. There
you go, because it falls under game shows. Anyway, so she's like, well, I do have this friend. And then he talked about, Ashley seldom suggests girls. And I'm like, except twice in the show. And if they've been together.
And she doesn't care that you're just banging around?
I don't know. I have no interest in them. Anyway, not that I like any of them. So we get to the Brimies. And April. These are the ones you really hate. So if you've watched these, you know I do not like April, but I don't like any of them equally. That's kind of where I was at. Okay? This episode changed everything. Because first of all, April's like, I don't know why she has to take 2 hours to take care of her newborn. And I'm like, oh, don't you even start on the mom guilt. Because some babies take an hour to nurse. That's just how it is. And then it takes you a long time to put them down. Every baby's different.
All kids are different. Some families get all easy kids. Some don't.
Yeah, and so
her
whole thing is like, I wish she was here more helping out. It's like, it's not like she has 6 kids and she's taking care of her newborn and you're taking care of the other 5. She's taking care of her one and nobody likes you. So that's part of the reason. So anyway, so that worked against her. And then the other one was like, if you look deep enough, every family has issues. And it's like, well, thank you, first of all, Einstein, for pointing out the world's most obvious thing. Yes, every family has problems. We have problems.
We're perfect.
But, trust me, their problems are very close to the surface and pretty bad. So, then April gives this little speech, which I'm sure had nothing to do with the cameras being on. And then they got into some fight, which I didn't even really understand or care enough to listen to.
Because we don't care, yep.
Then, okay, so then this is where I think, well, so this is my opinion. I think they have a script that they're doing to get the show, because when he's like, someone called, they didn't make it very clear who called. Maybe the landlord called? Maybe they said that. Maybe they said the landlord called and said that they think polygamists live here. And it's like, no duh. So this is a story I thought about since the last episode, which is we go to Salt Lake City for an archery tournament. So we were there, and we were in a hotel near the airport, which a lot of people stay at if they're flying out or flying in and it's too long of a drive. And this guy comes in. One guy, a bushel load of kids. So I'm mentally trying to match them up with mothers. And it's clear that they're all part of the same group. And there's a woman who's pretty conservatively dressed, which is not unusual in Utah. And she's probably in her 40s. And there's another one that's probably in her 30s. They could be sisters. You see where I'm going with this. But then there's one who's 18. But she's clearly taking 18-ish. And she's clearly has at least 1 or 2 kids of her own. But She looks too old. However it worked out, she looked too old to be the daughter of one of them. And you see what I'm saying? So anyway, I go, this is probably a polygamous family. Okay, we're not from Utah. We're at a hotel. I'm getting ready for...
I lean over and go, hey there, the Pligs.
Right, and I'm like, yeah, I got you. That's the
Just
mom.
because
That's
it's
the mom.
novelty. I mean, I don't care. It doesn't affect me.
No. Well, I mean, just be clear. He didn't point and scream.
No.
He just...
I whispered.
No, we did
and
one
said
of...
that.
I think we did one of these where I was like, and he's like, yeah. Sister wives? And I'm like, yeah. Like one of those where like, it's just, you don't even need to... We know.
No explanation necessary.
Anyway, the point being that there's no way that the neighbors were gonna, oh, you're the aunt. Oh, gee, golly. All the kids look like him. Anyway. So anyway, he
that
goes...
would be unfortunate.
Anyway, so the whole... Let me recreate it where he... Go ahead and say how they think they're polygamous. Like, remember reenact the scene?
I don't remember.
Okay, well the guy goes, the neighbor, the landlord called, and they think we're polygamous. Oh no!
Oh,
And it was like,
God.
okay, simmer on down. And they're like, oh, it's just so awful. And I literally, there's a commercial break. Literally, I turn to John, I go, this is ridiculous. This is so fake. Because they're on the TV show. What they should say is, hey, we're on the TV show. We knew we were going to be outed, but we hoped that we could last until the show was on the air. But now we have to go forward. Okay, next interview, what does he say?
That.
He says exactly that. And I think that, this is where I picture the producers being like, so obviously you knew that you were going to be public eventually because, we're filming the show. But so why were you so upset? And he's like, oh, yeah, that's right. Anyway, that's why I think that, and I've said this before, it was just, and they could be scripted. I don't know. I don't tend to lean that way as much because they cast people that are going to be kind of crazy.
Just the way that whole family talks is annoying, one, and two, it just seems like they're reading a script and saying it badly.
Very, very badly. No one is, I feel like Angela more so than anyone else. I feel like she's genuinely saying what she's saying. The other ones I don't.
Which one is that?
Angela's the new one with the one baby.
No, she sounds the same as April to me.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Scripted poorly, perfectly pronounced words.
Okay. Anyway, so we have no interest in. So they're going to be evicted, but this is the thing is, didn't they say they own 2 houses and they got rid of them? I thought they said they bought a new house, but now it's clearly rented. And so I'm like, oh, they knew they were leaving. But now it's like April's not going with them, and I'm like, good riddance.
They'll just replace you with a newer model.
It's like, oh, she's so. Anyway, we'll give it to them. Then the Aldridges. Melena apologized and she wants to come visit. And I'm like, how desperate do 3 people need to be to give this another shot? I mean, if I had a date with a guy and he blew me off and he called up a month later and was like, well, I was just really scared. I'd be like, dude, the boat has sailed.
Seriously.
It's...
Any girl I dated that was still hung up on their ex, I just said, go have your ex. I got better stuff to do.
You do not have patience for ex.
That's
Well, yeah, it's not an ex thing, but it's just like...
But I mean, yeah, anyway, you do something stupid like that, I got better stuff to do.
Yeah, it's just bizarre. But it's so funny though, because everyone was saying how it seemed like she was really into the one sister wife and not into the dude. And it's like, she basically came and said, I'm just really not that into him. But I don't really understand though. I have some female friends that I am crazy about. I talk to them every day. We have running jokes. I would not...
Where are you going to introduce them?
But I would not consider marrying their husband, no matter how much I liked him. So I'm like a little tiny bit confused.
Good to know.
Anyway, that is the show. We are all caught up. See you guys next week.
Dude, if it was a paycheck involved,